Hello everyone and welcome back to Destiny. It's hard to believe that we only have a few weeks remaining before the release of Rise of Iron. Now, Archon's Forge is the new activity being added in Destiny with that release, and up until this week we knew that it would behave somewhere in between the Prison of Elders and the Court of Oryx. Now, this week we got a slew of more specific information about this activity. So in this video we'll take a look at some of those new details, like what exactly is the Archon's Forge in the fiction of the game, how exactly we can participate in this activity, and what kinds of rewards we can expect for shooting so many aliens in the face. This week, Game Informer presented their sort of ride-along video with a couple of the designers of Rise of Iron, and we got a much better look at Archon's Forge. Now, I think their fictional explanation for the Archon's Forge is pretty cool. The developers in the video talked about how becoming a splicer is this coveted thing amongst the Fallen. It makes sense since the Fallen splicers see themselves as gods. So if a member of the Fallen want to become a splicer, they need to find a Siva sample and present it to the Archon. Then they undergo trials and become initiated as a splicer. So essentially we're getting to find these samples instead and are just getting to kill a bunch of splicers. So it starts with us finding one of these relics while on patrol in the Plaguelands version of the Cosmodrome. You will then take this sample over to the Archon's Forge, which is in a public space just like the Court of Oryx. It is a public space. You don't have to queue up, you can just walk on in. Then they went on to explain that depending on the quality or refinement of the Siva offering, it would then start that activity at a specific difficulty. So this immediately sounds like it will behave just like the reciprocal, stolen, and antiquated runes in the Court of Oryx. Then once you present that offering to the panel, you will then begin a 5-minute encounter. This is where it becomes more like the Prison of Elders, where instead of just beating a boss and its adds, you take on multiple waves of enemies, which will still culminate in a boss battle. From the 5-minute timer, we can tell that they will be more immersive encounters and will probably feel more like Horde mode, so that sounds pretty cool. So with everything we've learned so far, I'm already pretty excited for this because it gives me a genuine reason to go on patrol, just like the Court of Oryx did in the Dreadnought. I can hang out in the Plaguelands, find some Siva offerings, and then go fight splicers in the Archon's Forge, or I can just hang out around the entrance and help other Guardians who present their Siva offerings. Pretty cool. And it sounds like this time around we're going to have more incentive to actually keep playing this activity, as Archon's Forge will have its own set of weapons and armor. It all sounds pretty awesome, although I don't think we've seen any of that armor yet, which is a little strange considering we've seen samples from the more hardcore activities like Trials of Osiris and the Raid. But I suppose it's always nice to have some surprises up your sleeve. Anyways, if you haven't checked out the full Game Informer Archon's Forge ride-along video, I highly recommend you do. I'll leave a link in the description. But anyways, what do you guys think of Archon's Forge, and do you think it can keep our attention longer than Court of Oryx did? As always, leave your thoughts in the comments. Drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe for more Destiny content. And I will see you all next time. The Thorn is also going to be available through an exotic quest. Whatever this exotic quest ends up being, I really hope that it still ends with killing Zyre the Unwed during the summoning pits.